shoot. Y'all, I need to get my life together because I'm all over the place right now. What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my world. That is so Liz. It's your girl Liz, and today, obviously, as you can see by the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about what it was like growing up with a crooked smile. So, I just got my braces 3 days ago. On my top row, I don't know when I go back to get my bottom row done, but for now, we just got the top row, and we're just trying to get that fixed and fix my bite. But you know, before we start, you know, talking about everything now, I just thought I'd like take it back, you know, to elementary school and what it was like growing up like this. So crooked teeth, you know, it's just not a big deal to people who don't make it a big deal. But, you know, for me, I was somebody who was teased severely about having crooked teeth, and it just really kind of like damaged my self-confidence, and I don't know, it really played a huge part in my insecurities growing up. At about the age of 5 or 6, I lost my baby teeth, and then when my molars grew back in, they grew in, you know, just all kinds of crazy. So my front teeth, they grew in like this, and my the teeth, I don't know what they're called, the teeth next to the front teeth, they grew in like this. And my canines are just a little bit they protrude a little bit. So it's just like a bunch of crowding. But as a kid, like, I never noticed that. Like, but of course, like, as kids don't notice stuff like that, you know, that young, and they don't care. So the first time anybody probably ever made a remark about the way my teeth look was the custodian at my second elementary school that I had gone to. And he used to like my mom, so at the end of the day, like, he used to come out to the car and like talk to her, and she was not having it. She couldn't stand him. I think his name was Mr. Scott, if I'm completely sure. I'm not completely sure, but I think his name was Mr. Scott. I don't know. But I was eating a lollipop, and then I said hi to him, and he's like, "Hey, baby girl." He's like, "I see your baby teeth still growing in." Bitch, what? Like, no, my baby teeth is not still growing in. I am 7 years old. I'm a big girl. I got big girl teeth. So he's talking about your baby teeth growing in. That's the first time anybody noticed, like, said anything about my teeth. Because by then, by the time I was like 7, like, my molars were already in. I think from like 2nd grade on up, nobody never really mentioned anything about my teeth until probably, I'm gonna say, like a good 6 years later, when I was like in the 8th grade. There was this one guy in my class who, he was cool for the most part. As a matter of fact, he's really cool now. Every time I had seen him, you know, now like in my adult years or whatever, like, we talk, and, you know, we just talk about like where we are now, and, you know, how we changed from then, and, you know, so he's really, really cool now. But like in 8th grade, you know how like boys are, they just like to pick on girls, and they just like to pick, and they like to be funny and whatnot. So he used to talk about my teeth really, really bad, to the point where like I just used to cry, and I just used to like, I hated it. I hated my teeth so much. So by the time 9th grade came, like before 9th grade came, I literally taught myself how to like talk without people seeing my teeth at all. Cause I was like, listen, if y'all gonna keep talking about my teeth, listen, I'm just not gonna have them no more. Like, I'm just not gonna show them no more. So 9th grade came, and this is probably like December 9th grade. Now, I will never forget these moments because they were so important to me. I remember my mom telling me that she was like, "Oh, your dad is gonna get getting a new dental insurance, and you'll be able to get your braces." And she gave me a month to, y'all. She was like, "In February, you'll be able to go get your braces," and so on and so forth. And I was so excited that I went to school and I was telling everybody, I was like, "Hey, everybody, I'm getting my braces in February." Who getting braces? I'm getting braces. You getting braces? You getting braces? Like Oprah. Man, I was telling her, I'm getting braces in February, y'all. Guess what? I'm about to get braces. Like, my teeth about to get fixed. I'm about to big what? So lo and behold, comes February, and we don't go to the dentist. So you know me, like, I'm not giving up. Like, I'm not letting go of this dream. Like, I'm gonna hold on to it. So I'm like asking my mom, I'm like, you know, it's February, you know, when will I be able to go to the dentist to get my braces? And she used to kind of like just brush me off or whatever. I think like 10th grade or whatever came. And then my sister, she had like dental issues or whatever. And my parents would take her to the dentist, you know, to get her teeth filled or, you know, whether she needed to get her teeth pulled, like she would go. And I'm just like, well, why can't I go? Why can't I go to the dentist? Like, I've been wanting to go to the dentist my whole life. Why? Like, why? Next thing you know, my mom told me like in 10th grade, she's like, well, we're going to take you to the dentist and blah, blah, blah. She probably going to be so mad if she watches this. But my mom would tell me stuff like this, just sort of, because I don't think she wanted to really hurt my feelings. Be like, you know, we can't do it for you. Because like, to be quite honest, there are, you know, biologically, there's four of us combined. You know, and braces and dental work is very expensive. Like, if you're going to fix one person's teeth, like, we all probably need to get our teeth fixed. My parents just didn't want to, I don't think my parents wanted to be like that. You know, like, do something major for one person and not do it for the rest of us. So, like, 10th grade came, and I remember one day I asked her about getting my teeth fixed. And I think she was just frustrated that I would, like, always constantly ask her, can I get my teeth fixed? And she kind of like, I don't think she meant to like brush me off the way that she did, but she was just like, braces are expensive, dental work is expensive, and if you don't have the money, you know, then you just can't get it done. And that really like broke me, like that just broke me down, like that hurt my feelings so bad. And so it just got to a point where I was like, F it. So my dental hygiene was just terrible. Like, I didn't care at this point. I was just like, if I get cavities or if my teeth fall out, then they'll take me to the dentist. So I would eat all this junk. I would eat mad ice. I would eat mad candy, just trying to like destroy my teeth pretty much. I didn't care. It was just like, if I mess my teeth up and I start complaining, then they'll take me to the dentist because they do it for my older sister. You know, she had a major sweet tooth, and so she, you know, they would take her to get her teeth filled and stuff like that because she would have bad pain. And I'm just like, if I do what I'm doing, then they're gonna do what they do for me. Pretty much, once I realized nothing was happening or whatever, I just kind of like let go of my hopes and dreams. And I was just like, forget it. Like, I don't even care anymore. At this point, it's just like, forget it. And so I just didn't talk about it or bring it back up. And then right before 12th grade started, my mom was just like, okay, I set up a consultation at the dentist. So we are gonna, you know, you're gonna go get your teeth fixed. And I didn't get my hopes up, but you know, low-key I was excited, of course. Like, I just wanted to be seen by somebody, so somebody could like help me. And then what ended up happening was I went to the consultation, me and all my sisters. The guy looks at my mouth, they do the x-rays, he counts my cavities, he looks at my bite, he tells me what I need. And as he's just going down, talking about like the braces route, I just got so discouraged, and I even cried. Like, it's so weird because like I feel like nobody remembers this, but it's so important to, like, it was just so crucial to me to like have my teeth fixed and to have braces and stuff like that, that it's just something that I will never forget. So I ended up like crying, and I like laid my head on my sister's shoulder. Shout out to Tanita. And she was just like, what? And I was just like, yeah, I know I'm not about to get my teeth fixed, because they were talking about doing jaw realignment surgery, and it was just like, this is just way too expensive. My mom doesn't want to be the crusher of dreams, so she's just like, insurance is gonna cover that, you know, so it's gonna be like, you're gonna get your surgery and blah blah, you're gonna get your braces and whatever. When we go home, you know, she tells my dad everything, and after that, like, it just, you know, it just never happened, and they never talked about it, and it was just like it never happened, like we never went. And a few months later, I ended up getting a job, my first job, and once I got my job, I was like, man, I'm saving all my money because I'm gonna get my braces. But you know, like anybody when they get their first job, like anytime you get, you know, this was my first job at the age of 18. I never had to work before that. You know, my parents like didn't force me or like kind of like push me to work until I turned 18. So when I turned 18 and I got my first job, like every check that I would get, like I was just blowing it because like I never had money before. Like I never had a job, I never had money. My parents didn't give me allowance or anything like that. Around 2013, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna save up for some braces. And I started saving up money. I started saving up a lot of money. And then Christmas came, and I was like, dang, I haven't even been saving money for Christmas. So the money that I was saving for braces, I just went on ahead and spent that on Christmas on Christmas gifts, you know, to buy my parents and my sister's gifts. So after Christmas was over, I had no money left over. I never brought it up or talked about it until like last year. So last year, that's when I really started to like talk about getting braces and like thinking about being real serious about getting braces. So I was like, man, I'm getting my teeth fixed. Come 2019, I'm gonna get my teeth fixed because I can't do this no more. But you know, I was never actually saving for it. And then around September-ish, shout out to Alyssa Forever. Like, I really have to give her, like, because I don't know how now I watch Alyssa Forever all the time, but I never knew that she had braces, you know, from watching her. She just always had a beautiful smile to me, but like I never knew that she had braces. And then one day in my and maybe it popped up in the algorithm or whatever, because I would like every so often watch braces videos or whatever, but her braces journey video came up into my recommendations. And I started watching them. That's when I told myself, I was like, you know what? I'm getting my teeth fixed this year. Like, I don't even care. Period, point blank. Like, I'm getting my teeth fixed in 2019. So from September on, I would go to work and work my butt off. I worked literally Monday through Saturday. I just constantly just kept working because I wanted to save up my money. And I didn't spend anything. I didn't even celebrate Christmas last year, or not celebrate, I didn't participate in buying gifts on Christmas last year because I was so serious about saving up money. So for 3 months straight, I just saved up my money, and then something happened around the beginning of January, like early on, probably like January 2nd, where with the tooth on this side was broken already, like probably broken like 2015. I was chewing some gum, and then I can't even explain the pain. I can still feel it thinking about it. The worst pain that shot up in my tooth, it was like in my eye, it was in my ear, it was in my head, and it scared me so bad because once that happened, nothing was stopping the pain. Not even pain medicine was stopping the pain. Like, I was at work crying, called the dentist's office, and I'm like, how soon can I be seen? I need a tooth pulled, so on and so forth. And you know, I was just like, you know what, I'm getting my teeth fixed now. So January 4th came, and that's when I started the process of getting my dental work done. So what I did was I got root canal, got all my teeth filled, I got my teeth pulled, and then April 4th I went to the orthodontist and they did a consultation, and the lady was just like, you know what, how soon do you want your braces? And I told her, I literally said this to her, I said, this has been my whole life in the making, so as soon as possible. And she was like, how does this Thursday sound? Mind you, this is like Tuesday. I was like, I got it. She's like, if you have the deposit for it, you can get it done. And I'm like, I have the deposit for it, so let's get it done. Here we are 3 days later, because it is now Sunday, the 7th. The first couple of days of braces was a little bit intense. There was too much pressure. It hurt so bad. Today I feel much better. My mouth is starting to get a little bit used to it. The sores and the cuts are sort of healing up now. My mouth is starting to build up that tissue. I haven't used any wax or anything yet. It's only been 3 days, so my teeth haven't shifted or anything like that. It's just a little bit hard to like talk because I have bite blockers. All the stuff will be in my braces journey video, which is coming up soon too. But the one thing that I was just not expecting was to not be able to eat. Now my teeth are completely sore, so if I bite down on like my front teeth, you know, it's sore pain. But because I have bite blockers in my mouth, which stops me from closing my mouth completely because I have a class 3 bite, that's what they said. So my top teeth, and these are my bottom teeth. I have like a slight underbite, so my bottom teeth go over my top teeth. And because I have braces on my top teeth, you know, if I were to close my mouth, they would sort of damage the brackets. And you know, all that hard work and money is just going to waste if they don't, you know, prevent that. So what they're trying to correct is my bite. They're trying to correct the crookedness and everything like that, and then I can get my bottom braces on. You know, because I have bite blockers in my mouth, I cannot chew. Everything has to either be mashed or just soft, so that it's just easy for me to like break apart. You know, so the only way I'm able to chew anything that's got like a little bit of a consistency to it is like either using my tongue and my bottom teeth to like mash it up, like, or smashing it up against the roof of my mouth. Like, I was just telling my mom today, I was like, you know, I really don't want to be like malnourished, like, because I cannot eat anything. You know, I don't want to be looking like no healthy crackhead out here. So my mom gave me a coupon to go get some Insures. You know, that way I don't lose so much weight, because I'm already skinny, y'all. Like, I don't want to be looking like I want to be starting something. But seriously, like, a lot of people say those first 6 weeks of having braces, or that first, you know, those first couple weeks, like, you lose a lot of weight. Baby, look at this. Like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, I'm skinny. Seriously, like, I'm not trying to be out here looking like a daggone skeleton. Like, heck no. Pretty much that is it. That's not really the intenseness. I don't really want to go in the intenseness of like how bad bullying was for me. I'll do that for another video as far as like my teeth and everything like that. But this is just like growing up with crooked teeth, and you know what it did to me, and how it like affected my self-confidence, and you know how I'm here today, honey, because I'm here today. Yeah. If anybody is out there, they just want to know how, you know, they can go about this journey. First of all, if you are young, look into your parents and see, look into their, or ask them to look into their insurance. If they don't have insurance, kind of like see about getting insurance, and you know what your dentist is going to cover. Unfortunately, my insurance doesn't cover braces for people over the age of 18. Now I know I look 18. You know, I look like a high school student, but I'm old, baby. I just turned 25, so you know I'm way out of the league of them being able to cover my braces. So everything has to be taken care of on my part. I have to do payments for the next 1.5 years, but I'm gonna try to save up as much money as possible so that I can pay this off completely, because I don't have the money in full, and it is a lot of money. Braces are typically in between the price range of $3,000 to $5,000. So just to give you like a little bit of something to like look forward to, like as far as the price goes. So if you are looking into getting braces, you know, just try to save up as much money as you can, get all of your basic work done, and you know, this is literally the quickest process of my life. I feel like January, I started in January, it's already April, and we are pretty much at the end game. So for the next 2 years, 1.5 years, I gotta wear braces, and we're gonna have straight teeth for the rest of our lives. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below. If you haven't already, join the squad and subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified every time I upload a video, and I will see you in the next one.